the ingredients were, but
Definitely Chinese.
Thank you. What is David's first impression? This isn't the review, but just like first impression.
pretty good.
It fit better if it's over there.
I don't even know how I'm gonna be able to get a really good bite.
Jackfruit has kind of like a barbecue smoky flavor. It has a good texture.
Okay. Like the decision she made, she wanted to keep that outcome.
Wow, and it's good. I think there's different.
It's really good. It tastes a little bit slightly bland.
Okay, so we're at the, I know I'm going to butcher this name, I'm just going to say Casa. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And we're giving the review. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give the food a 10. Because to me, portions weigh more than taste. I say the taste was a bit above average, but I really like the fact that I got a big burrito. You show the plate. It's gone. I feel like I'm going to be filled for at least 3 hours. Most important variable to me, so I give it a 10. Atmosphere, we're outside, but I've been inside. It's a pretty nice atmosphere. Music is a tad bit too loud, so I would say 9. Because I do like places where the music is just a tad bit lower, so we can hear each other talk. We hear each other talk, but just because we're outside. Minus the person driving by, because they just wanted to ruin the motivation. But yeah, as far as the price, I give it a 9 because we got a lot of portions. It was $19, but I do feel full, so I give it a 9. And customer service, unfortunately, this area where I'm at to be the most critical, I would give it a 7.5 because I don't feel like they were checking on us enough, and some of the drinks that were requested, they took unusually a long time to bring out. And we didn't start out with like the basics like silverware. We have to ask for it. So,
All right.
What would you give the food on a scale of 1 to 10?
So I had the torta. I think it's one of the most expensive ones because it was like $20, but it is ridiculously like huge. I think you could feed 2 people with this. It's like I ate the whole thing, but that was a lot. On a scale of 1 to 10. It was really good. I'd say I'd give it a full 10.
All right. Let's go on to atmosphere next.
Atmosphere.
And let's forget about the idiot speeding by on the street. That
Atmosphere is really good. This is it's a nice area. You're right on the sidewalk. I'm not sure what it's like inside. The only negative about the location, I think, is that it doesn't really say the name of the restaurant outside, so it's kind of hard to find it. Like there's a name inside in like neon letters, and there's the name on the door. That's about it. So it's like it needs something more, right, to actually like identify it.
okay.
So overall atmosphere, I think I'd say I'd say 8.
Smooth.
Yeah.
And what would you give the price?
The price, I think it's a pretty good price for the amount of food that I got. So $20 for like a pretty big torta is the actual size of compared to like a regular Mexican torta.
Mm-hmm.
$20 is not too bad. Although you can typically find them like a little bit cheaper. But yeah, it's about the same price. So in terms of overall value, I'd say 9.
Okay. What would you give the customer service?
Customer service, I had the same complaint, is that we've only seen the waiter like a few times when we first sat down. I don't think I saw him at all until after I actually ordered my food. So I would add the customer service portion to like the technical difficulties that we had with the way that you order food, because here you have to order through their website, or you have to walk inside, which is a little inconvenient.
Yes.
And yeah. So using the QR code, it doesn't work for everybody. Like it worked for me, but not everybody else. And I still kind of want some more water, but we haven't seen our waiter. So customer service, I would say, I'd say 6.
Okay. All right, Robin. What would you give the food on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would give the food an 8. I would have given it a 10 if it had been more decadently ooey gooey cheesy. And I wasn't enamored with this sauce, but it was something interesting that I haven't tried before. And I don't think I had one bite without dipping it in there. It was like sweet and I don't even know what flavor it was, but I was imagining like a broth. I was like, oh, I can't wait to dip these tacos in a broth. That's what I was looking forward to. So I was a little disappointed, not gonna lie. But I still give an 8 because you can tell they put a lot of care into those jackfruits to make them marinated and like whatever else, however they cooked them, to make them have like as much crunch, I guess, as they could impart to it and bite to it without being mushy. And a really good flavor. So 8 out solid 8.
And what are you sipping on?
This is, I think, Leche and Dulce, they called it, and it's a whiskey, oat milk, spiced drink.
Is that included in the food as far as the 8? Or would you rate that separately?
Oh, the drink, it's like a 10 out of 10. It exceeded my expectations. It was a large size. It's not skimping on the whiskey. It has a really great flavor and a good presentation. The straw came from my water, by the way. I put that in there. That was my doing. But yeah.
Is it like really sweet?
It's not like too sweet, but it is sweet because they put the simple syrup in it.
All right.
So good drink.
And
Okay, so atmosphere. I really, really, really liked and enjoyed sitting outside and just like enjoying the ambiance of Dallas, and yeah, it was really enjoyable. And then customer service again, I think.
Wait. What would you, if you had to put a number on the atmosphere, what would it be?
Okay, so I would rate it like a 10, like no complaints at all. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then customer service, I would give a 6 because Elijah's water is not filled. It's been, I think he sat down and like had almost all his water like right away, and then it hasn't been filled since, if I'm not mistaken. But, and then also I never got my knife. I wanted to try and get my pop socket off, and he forgot my knife.
Oh.
But I guess he didn't know what I was gonna use it for. I asked for a knife and I didn't get one, but yeah, so 6 for that one.
And how about the price?
Oh, the price, I think like with the jackfruit, how good it was, I would say it was reasonable. And the tacos were like really crunchy, like the tacos delivered. And the rice and beans, I've had better. I don't know, maybe a little bland. So, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I'm okay with the price of it. Yeah.
So if we had to put a number on that price,
The pricing, I guess like a 8.5, 9.
Okay. All right, Gail.
Okay. So starting with the food, that chimichanga was really good. I'd give the food a 10 really, because the chimichanga was like crunchy all the way through, instead of just at the ends like a lot of chimichangas. So it was just crunchy all the way through. I was at first saying it's not drenched in cheese like El Pelote, which I like the cheese a lot, but this was drizzled on, but it was good. I mean, it was enough, and it had Beyond Meat in it, so I like Beyond Meat, so it was good. The rice and beans, I found them okay, so I actually will say that the food's a 10.
Okay. What would you give the atmosphere?
Oh, I didn't look inside, although I can see that the windows, they got some neon in there, and they got a TV, and eating outside has been, kind of comfortable and fun. And I guess I don't have any complaints, so I guess I'll say 10 on the atmosphere as well.
All right. What would you give the customer service?
That's where I have to lose some points. I mean, the guy's really nice, I gotta say. The waiter's really nice. He's been really friendly, but yeah, everything was really piecemeal. Of course, we got here at different times and ordered at different times, so that adds into it. But still, I mean, like other people have mentioned, it took a while to get things like silverware, and I really would have liked it larger. For $3, I'd rather. This really isn't customer service, but I forgot to mention. For $3, I'd like a larger tea, and I don't know if refills are included with the tea. In most places they are, but here they might not be. But I will say that was a really good tea. So, but yeah, a larger one would have been good. But yeah, waters ran out, and people didn't get more water. He seems a little harried. Maybe if they harried, not hairy. So I'm hoping the way I would, if I were the boss here, the way I'd fix it, just more waiters, more wait staff. He may be just overwhelmed. But yeah, I would say, yeah, a lot of people have said 6, and I think that's fair. 6.
Okay. And what would you give it in terms of price on a scale of 1 to 10?
Well, it's expensive to me, but a lot of these kind of restaurants are expensive, and it was a lot of food. So it was $17 for the chimichanga, $3 for the, I think $3 is too much for tea this size, so they either need to make it bigger or, lower the price. So that, I'd say that takes off a point because of the tea. But price-wise, I'd say 9.
Okay. All right, Travis, what would you give your food on a scale of 1 to 10?
I think I'm gonna go with an 8 because it could have used more seasoning. Like I didn't really taste much in that department. Definitely could have had more sauce. And also, I don't know if they just got in a rush, but it was actually supposed to be 3 tacos, and it ended up being like 2 tacos with, I guess, the meat portion for 3. So I don't know, maybe they just was trying to get it together too fast or something.
Okay. What would you give the atmosphere?
Well, we're outside. It's actually pretty nice out here. I mean, with the exception of a couple of flies and a couple of gusts of wind.
Right.
Maybe an occasional loud car. But other than that, I'll give it a 9.
Okay. What would you give the customer service?
I guess I would have to give it a 7. I guess it's just obvious at this point they could use more wait staff. I think it literally was like 2 guys versus the whole restaurant, and that's probably not going to work in the long term, especially like in full capacity. So, yeah, 7.
And what would you give the price?
I'm gonna give them a 9. Again, I'm taking some of my food home, so it kind of offsets what I paid. I think it was 16. So I'll give that a 9. Nice portion for the price.
Cool. Okay, Angelica.
Let me look again.
That's cool.
Okay, I ordered shrimp, brochette, fajitas.
Yeah.
They didn't bring me fajitas right away. Oh, they brought fajitas. They didn't bring tortillas. They brought tortillas when I was halfway through my food.
So, what would you give the food on a scale of 1 to 10 that you got?
Well, I probably would give 8 because I didn't feel anything too special. Like, I didn't feel like wow. I didn't have that wow experience. Pretty much normal, ordinary stuff. I felt, yeah, rice, I agree, rice and beans, very bland. And especially beans, they feel a little strange. Like some black paste or something, not, I don't know, different.
Okay. It looked like you were branching into customer service. So, like, what would you give the customer service?
I really feel bad now because everyone gave like 6 or 7. I felt like there is no customer service at all here. Like, what is customer service here? They basically brought us food. That's it. And the rest we had to ask. Nobody came and checked what we have, what we need to be added. Nothing. There's no customer service here. But if you know about it and you come and you prepare it for that, you're good. You just don't expect it to happen. You need to keep asking everything you need and give it a little bit time for them to bring it to you. So
If you had to put a number on that, what would that be?
2, 3, maybe.
Oh, that's pretty harsh. Okay.
Well, that is what it is. I didn't realize it had only 2 people here. Now I think maybe it would get better if they add more people.
Okay.
But for now, it's 2, 3 for me.
What we give the atmosphere on a scale of 1 to 10?
Okay, atmosphere. Not bad. It's very simple, nothing fancy restaurant. Very simple. No live music or any music, so that's what you need to expect when you come. It's simple, but it's not bad. I would give maybe 9, between 9 and 10 maybe. Not bad.
And what would you rate the price on a scale of 1 to 10?
Well, for my dish particularly, I paid $18, and I think this should not be more than $12, $13 really, because it's basically just vegetables. And this, well, maybe for these, but still, I don't know. I feel a little overpriced for my dish.
So there you have it, Veggie Outers. That's our review of Casa Del Vegano Tex-Mex. So stay tuned for the next review from the Veggie Outers. So we're the Veggie Outers on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Plant-based, legal in all 50 states. Yeah, we'll work on that. Stay tuned for the next video.
I couldn't get